Pistols mentioned Adam and the Ants. I was wondering, what was the best band to dance with at, and which was the best club to dance in?
The best club to who's? I can't see who's talking.
Here.
Oh, Mike. Sorry.
Nice to see you.
Sorry. Can you just say the best club to dance in?
Yeah. And which band was the best one to dance to? If
Right.
You danced it.
Yeah, the best band of that era to dance to was Adam and the Ants, without a doubt, because I wasn't much into pogoing. It was a bit sort of repetitive, really. The best, most exciting band, the early Sex Pistols gigs were so charged. They were absolutely amazing. The old Screen on the Green days, when they were really, really early on. A lot of people over the years have said they went there, but the Screen on the Green's not that big for all the people in this world to say they were there. But they were something else. It was such a raw and great talent.
He's still playing, isn't he, Adam?
I went to see him, what was it, 2-3 weeks ago now?
The Concord.
And I think he was better. It was an old album called Dirk Wears White Socks that he was performing.
Yeah.
And they've got the best songs on that album. I mean, they're just so good. And he was truly brilliant. I mean, me and 16 of my mates got in and he had them all typed out on the list and the place was rocking, absolutely rocking. And he's just brilliant.
I shall have to go to the next one.
Really, don't miss it because it was something else. Unfortunately, told everybody in the audience that I was there. I was on a loser anyway, turning up, but you know, there we go. They were very respectful anyway. It was a really good evening. We went back to his hotel afterwards and we had a few drinks.
That's nice. We've got. Oh, sorry.
He does a great Al Tharaski impersonation, Adam, by the way. Best.
I'll come back to Alistair. Guy there?
Why did you decide to move back to Seaford and not sort of stay with Vivian or work in music?
Very good question again. I'd been approached by a lot of people to sort of style their bands and, you know, give them some direction and what have you. And I think I mentioned to you, we had a little chat, didn't we, before this, and it's a very heartfelt thing for me that I can't do anything that I'm not totally committed to. And it's just one of those things that I can't just do some work with some band for no reason but for money. I just can't do it. So I decided the whole thing had played itself out a bit. It was a lot to do with self-preservation because I was partying every night, all night, week on, week out. I mean, it was just crazy. And I thought, I'm just going to burn myself out. And the whole scene was kind of like that anyway. Everyone was trying to imitate you. And I thought, I'd just go home. And I also split up from my husband, which we had a good time. I haven't got any complaints about it, but I just thought I just need to get away from it all. And I wasn't going to just sell myself to the highest bidder, really. So I thought I'd come home, regroup and have a think about it. And as I say, it was just nice that I came home when I did, really. It's burnout, basically.
Which you avoided.
There's only so much you can do of that, I think. And it was crazy in those days. I mean, it was really, really mad.
Was it Kevin? Kevin wasn't your husband?
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Alistair?
We've had a lot of, you were there in a very, at the beginning of a lot of things happening, and a lot of the names, obviously everybody knows them now. I'm just wondering about the people that you saw that had huge amounts of talent and didn't make it.
You thinking of anyone in particular?
Well, no,
Yeah.
because I don't know them.
No.
But would you have seen, were there people that you thought, you know what, this is, you could see what Adam had, clearly Vivian's incredibly talented,
yeah.
Malcolm, you exactly, he had everything to be able to pull things together.
Yeah.
So those people are going to get somewhere, aren't they? But quite often, it's almost like maybe a Sid Barrett type who was in the wrong place, really maybe shouldn't have ever got to that stage, otherwise what happened to Sid wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But maybe you met people for any reason that you thought, you know what, this is somebody with enormous amounts of talent in any particular, not just music, but in art or any other area.
Yeah.
You think, well, what a shame that they didn't make it? Or?
Well, I can't say that I did, because there were lots of people who probably did better than they should have done in those days. It's probably the opposite way, really. That it's the other way around.
I was thinking of Sid Vicious. I wouldn't say that he necessarily had talent, but it's the other way round, really. He comes across as so frail and so ill-equipped for what he was exposed to that it's the other way. He was doomed to...
I felt really sad about Sid, because
everything you read about
he
him
was
is
a
so
really
sad.
good mate.
Oh,
And I
sorry.
kind of feel, it's a stupid thing, because you feel kind of a bit guilty in a way, because he was a lost, in a way, he was a bit of a lost soul. It was, I'm talking about this sexuality thing. There wasn't much of that going on, and he really needed somebody, if you want, to bond with in that way, in order to save him. It's
Nancy.
and well, she was a groupie. I mean, he was staying at our flat when she was staying at our flat in Buckingham Gate when they got together, and she was totally a groupie. I mean, there was a card on our ironing board in the kitchen that she'd written to a friend of hers in America to post, and she said, I was aiming for John, but I got Sid instead. I mean, I saw it. It's absolutely true. She was just a total groupie. And he just met the wrong person.
You just, when you
It's
read
really,
about
really
him, it just
bad.
sounds like this horrible spiral
It was a horrible.
downwards.
His mother was a dreadful drug addict as well, so he had a really dodgy start in his life. But if he just had,
a friend.
yeah, I mean, as I say, it wasn't a sexual sort of, there wasn't a sexual thing going on in that time. And in a way, I mean, it was quite an intimate question. He asked me if we could get together once, and I sometimes feel, God, if I had, maybe Nancy would have not been around.
You saved him.
Yeah, it's a silly thing, isn't it? But she was just dire. I mean, we tried to throw her out of our window.
Pistols would have been different if Sid had not done what he did.
Sid, well, I think you've hit a little bit on Sid. He wasn't
And you
greatly
say
talented, actually, but he was such a great character and
Well, that's
larger
it.
than
He
life.
left the part of punk, didn't he? But if Glennon stayed in the band, do you think it would have been a different kind of format?
I think they might have stayed together longer.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, yeah.
I do, yeah. I think everything, I mean, they were phoning me from places like Sweden and all over saying, things are falling to bits and what do we do? And we're lonely and we're fed up. And
It was all the demon that happened, wasn't it?
yeah. Of course, Malcolm, in a way, wasn't that greatly supportive of. I mean, he was a great creator.
Yeah.
But as far as bringing people together and keeping everybody happy, I would say not good.
They seem to just get dumped in hotels with a load of alcohol, but nothing else and no money.
Yeah.
And just desperation,
Yeah.
really.
I know,
It's really
yeah.
sad when you read about it.
And, I mean, nobody's equipped for that. People say, are you equipped for fame? It's very rare that anyone ever is, really. But they went on that terrible tour of America, and we're talking. You're performing to rednecks. The thickest people that America can possibly.
Stayed in this country.
Yeah. I mean, nothing. We can't compete with the sort of rednecks out there who would. They just don't get it. They don't get their own lives, let alone the lives of the Sex Pistols. I mean,
It was entertainment to them, wasn't it? We actually enjoyed it.
Yeah. But they were, really, it was a bad mistake. I mean, it was a bad mistake to take them out there.
The problem was they weren't getting gigs in the UK then, so they had to go.
No, well, the Bill Grundy thing that happened, and there was a real huge backlash
You still in
against all
touch
that.
with John?
Yeah, I mean, not often. It's ever so sweet. Every now and then he does a little article and says he thinks I'm lovely.
That's
And
nice.
it's,
Did you get a Christmas card?
he's so hard, that bloke. I don't know what
his
to
voice
make
is
of
just
him.
amazing, though, isn't it? The way that voice has changed from that sort of anger thing to really just being, it's a voice of today, and it's got so much more power.
Yeah, he's good actually. He is good. He's
and
good.
it's so instantly recognisable, and you think that just came out from a sort of.
Yeah, I mean, it did him a big favour, all
kid.
that, I think.
Jordan, I'm being told one last question. Yvonne, did you have one?
Yeah, what's it like to work with Vivienne Westwood?
Lovely, actually.
Yeah.
Because you
It's
could.
not a hard taskmaster or anything.
No. We used to. We used to be involved in things, which was really good. I don't know if she's like that now. She has a lot of apprentices that are sort of little minions, I think. But she would involve us in things, which was nice. She could never get a joke. You'd have to explain everything. And you still do. Chicken, cross the road. Well, what is that then? Well, why would it have done that in the first place?
Right, on that note, I think Nikki's going to come and say thank you.
Anyway, to answer your question, great, yes, good laugh.
I'll just add one last thing. What was the most risque attire that you've ever worn?
Tonight,
Oh, no, that's a good one. That's a really good question. Maybe the one that's out there but has been cropped off.
Oh, okay.
There's a picture of me out there with nothing on underneath the net skirt.
Oh, yeah, I actually did. I copied it.
Yeah, you thought it might be a little bit too much for Seaford, yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
You have to see
Can
in
I
the
say
other room.
there was a story around Seaford, because I just moved here at the time when you were still at school, and the story was that you were standing on Seaford Station wearing a completely transparent mat with nothing on underneath.
Yes, yeah, I did actually, yeah. The worst bit was the colour of the mat was really unfortunate. It was a sort of membrane colour. Sort of
Sounds
skin.
really fetching.
See-through skin colour.
Right, I think the chair of the Crypt.
First of all, thank you very much,
Oh, that's
Jordan.
ever so sweet.
So I think we probably could have been here for a long time because there's a lot there. That was really brilliant, Jordan. Really unique. And I'd also like to thank Kate though as
Pleasure.
well.
Yeah, me too. She was very good. Very well
She made it very easy.
And I'm sorry, I just want to plug that our next event here is on Saturday, May the 16th, and it's an event called Museums at Night, and it's a nationwide thing, and we'll be open here, and then one of the groups that do a lot of work in here will be open, and there's a postcard challenge based on Seaford. If you want to come along from 7:30, and there's a very good prize as well, which Sarah, is it £100? £100 for the first prize, so worth popping along. But Kevin will also be doing a talk in here for free on graveyard, so it's very entertaining though. Well, we try.
Aren't we in one?
We are.
We are in one.
Yeah. Hope we get out alive.